up in here bright this morning. Looking dapper. I love it.
So we're going to get it started. Happy Friday, everybody. Big waves out there. Yeah. All right. You know, I'll tell you this. One of the things I love about this community, and if you're a guest joining us, it's the interaction. How many of you agree the interaction in this community on Zoom, you feel like you're with each other? I mean, Absolutely. It's just like we feel like we're in each other's living room or sitting on the couch or at the breakfast table. It's a fun community to be a part of. So this morning we've got a special guest, and he's not a stranger to this community, to the Coach's Corner, because he comes on from time to time. But I want to tell you, first of all, he's a man that has served our military, and we give him much just appreciation. Our appreciation goes out for that. And if anybody's followed me, I hope you know what the military, the men and women that have served the military, the men and women that have fought for our freedom means to me. And he has done that. But I met him a couple of years ago, and I'm going to turn it to Coach Myra because she actually set this up. Okay, I'm not taking credit for it, but I do want to give it just a little bit, because people, you can call it a God wink, you can call it a coincidence, you can call it whatever you want to, but a couple of years ago, he picked me up from the airport. I didn't know him. I knew his daughter really well, but I really didn't know him. And a ride from Denver, Colorado to Colorado Springs forged a relationship between me and him that is priceless. And I value his wisdom. I value where he's been in this world. And I'm super excited for him to be sharing this message this morning. So, Coach, I'm going to turn it to you because I know I want you to do the introduction.
Well, look, I mean, this guy's amazing. I've only known him probably not quite a year yet, maybe 8 or 9 months. And Mr. Dave, you are a phenomenal man. Your wife, your daughter, I've met everybody. But it's like Coach just said, the wisdom that you have brought in all of our lives, but especially my life, I really, really appreciate it. And how this all happened is, we were at the conference and he was talking to me about something that Brent and I ought to talk about. And it's fantastic how he's talking to me. And I'm like, look, Mr. Dave, you're our guest Friday. You're our special guest. So you're going to really enjoy his message today. So thank you so much for all that you do. And thank you for your wisdom. And thank you for your time this morning.
Oh, well, thank you. It's humbling to hear all those kind words. And I love you guys like a family, and we've been adopted really well, and I'm starting to get back my identity. Instead of being Dr. Crystal's dad, I am starting to become Dave Vance again, and my wife Bev. So it's important that what I've got to share today, I believe, it changed my life. I'm hoping that it can give some insight, and the word that I brought up to Miss Myra was excellence, and how people mistake the term excellence, in my opinion. And I think the way I was raised in the athletic industry and so forth, excellence was all about being number one, and competing at the highest level. And then when I got in and around John Maxwell, John Maxwell said, no. Excellent is it's a standard. It's something that you have in place as a way to measure to. And he gave me an illustration, and I'm going to use it today, is a stack of quarters. Okay? I don't know if you can see this or not. It's just a stack of quarters. And inside that stack of quarters, you probably can't see it, is your characteristics and traits of an individual. Because in those is you can have one quarter that's for your physical, one quarter that's like personal, one that's for professional. And those are the three areas that I've always felt like are the most important to me and in my life. I could talk on this for at least an hour without any thought, but I won't today. But guys, I'm just telling you, physical, personal, and professional is something that's important to everybody on this call. But it's got to be supported by three different pillars, and that's got to be knowledge, community, and strategy. Knowledge means how you're going to pursue excellence, how you're going to put it in your daily activity. In other words, the community of people that we surround ourselves with, we call it association, and as we get older, for whatever reason, it becomes negotiable. Just because of how we get thrown in certain scenarios. But see, there's certain things that are not negotiable. And excellence is one of those, in my opinion. And here's the thing about a community of people. The root word of that community is common. What do we all have in common? And from that means if we're all in a pursuit of excellence, and pursuit means just that, in process. Doesn't mean you've arrived, it's a process. Because every standard, is it fair to say if you've been in a work environment where there's standards set, standards are meant to be broken, improved upon. They're never set in stone. So you're always improving and getting better. Therein lies the strategy. See, I would propose to you today, don't try things. Never try to do something. See, try means you've committed with your attitude, you've committed to the process, but you're not taking responsibility for the results. All been there. I've done it many, many, many times in my life. Well, I'll go try this. Yeah, well, I didn't get what I want, but I didn't accept responsibility for the results either. So then when you back up and you go, okay, if I was to do this again, would I approach it different? Absolutely. Why? Because we learn from it. That's the pursuit of excellence. Is if you have the intention to move your standard, to get better, you're in the pursuit of excellence. See, the only person you're competing with is yourself. You can be on a team of extremely highly talented people. Well, those talented people should be rubbing off on you so you can learn. You can ask questions. You can make observations. You can get clarity and understanding. But more importantly, it's about, because you're around them in that community, you find the common thread that ties you to that person. See, excellence is an act, but it's based upon your intent and your traits. And that's why, I don't know if there's a slide you can that I sent to you, Myra, if you can open that. And I use the illustration of the quarters because typically most people look at a stack of quarters and they're one on top of each other, so you don't even see those other characteristics or traits. What we have to do is, as we get better, as we get more balance in our life, we have to start moving those quarters, expanding them out so that they have an overlap. And why is that? So that overlap can carry over, and the physical can have transformations in weight loss, can have physical transformations in confidence and athletic abilities. Your personal, development of a personal. You may have been a person that wasn't a confident person, but because you worked on developing that, and because you got around more positive people or more people directed in what you had in common, you're going to grow from that. So instead of a single cylinder effect in your life like most people are, we have the ability to take all our characteristics and traits and overlap them. And therefore, we can reach out to more and more people. That's the important part that we have to understand, because See, all of us today, we're in the pursuit of excellence because we want significance. We want to help people with the pursuit of excellence. So not just to us get better, they get better. And I just get so excited about the whole theme, the whole thing from Limu to RX has always been about making others better. And when that becomes your mission, when that becomes your vision, that you'll get some benefit. You don't know what it's going to be. But when you change other people's lives, your life will be blessed and it will be changed forever. Because we all are connected. We all do have that community and that thing in common. And I just thank you today for allowing me to take a few minutes here to share my thoughts on pursuing excellence. Because I think it's something that sometimes we look for out of grasp, that it's too far out there for us to reach into. And so I would just challenge you today, just whatever you do it with the intent to complete the task, to complete your dream, complete the process. Because intent will make you always in the pursuit of excellence. So that's all I got, Coach.
Hey, Mr. Dave, thank you so much. Wow. I mean, your message was powerful, and I really feel like that our whole group and community will grow from your wisdom. And, you know, it's like you said, we need to live a life of significance, and I'm just so thankful for you and joining us today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this as we end this morning, Dave, you couldn't have hit it better as we close the week, because if you combine all of our words in the Coach's Corner, it all is about making this world a better place. Like we're going to fail, we're going to have trials, but actually like making a difference in that person. And you knocked it out of the park with that message. So thank you so much for what
absolutely. Thank you for allowing me to share.
So, hey, let's rock this Friday. Let's go out today. Let's find somebody, make them have a better day because we showed up. UT's in the house tomorrow, headed to South Carolina.
Woo!
Hey,
have a great weekend,
Coach. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, everybody.